All right, guys, so this is a video I've been wanting to make for a while. And obviously I couldn't just make the video talking about the come up because the come up takes a while. I put this one on fast forward. I have been working super hard, channeling all the pain, all the anger I have into this journey, into this fitness journey, this side quest, if you will. Real quick, gun check. And there you go, abs check, there you go. All right, so, it's been about, I want to say 38 days, probably 38, 36, 37, 38 days since I found out my ex was the whore of Babylon. And it's been a journey. I've been really busting my ass, and I have gotten to a point where I'm not where I want to be yet. I'm very happy about where I'm at, but I'm really working on things. And I wanted to make another video, but I didn't want it to be kind of a standalone video because it explains a lot of how I was able to, because I'm down, I want to say well over 20 pounds within that time period, which, you know, initially I lost a lot of the weight really quickly, and then it's just kind of slowed down as my body fat's gotten lower and lower. But I want to kind of explain, it is Men's Mental Health Month, and I want to explain that I'm not crazy when I'm talking, or I'm going to be explaining what I'm saying. But as an example, when you look in the mirror and you're staring at yourself in the mirror and you look right in your eyes, do you see yourself inside those eyes? Because I kind of feel myself over here, you know what I mean? And when I'm talking about myself, I know that the me from 5 years ago or 10 years ago or 20 years ago was to meet me, we'd be different people. We're, you know, kind of the same to a degree because we have some previous experiences, but those other experiences have changed me as a person. And one of the big things that I wanted to bring up is that first video I had posted about getting my heart broken. And I've watched it quite a few times because I used it as a motivation. And I needed it as a motivation because I was lost. Like I watched that video and I'm like, who is that person? I was literally talking about using dating apps. What the fuck was wrong with me? Like I was like really, like I was just lost. I really was. And it was because that person, that me, who I had to just, you know, pretty much take behind the shit and, you know, put out of his misery, was hurting. He was a good man. He was a good man. He did a lot of good things, and I both feel sorry for him. I'm grateful to him, but I also hate him for being so stupid and for allowing me to be hurt. And
I don't like you. You're such a little bitch. But I'm you.
And what ended up happening was later on, I think that Thursday night, I was sitting on the bed, and as I said, I was going through my phone, and I was like, you know what would make me feel good is if I hooked up with someone else. That would make it even, right? And kind of a really weak mentality to kind of have towards it. And that's when that me that I had put in the box in my head came back out. And the problem I have, and I owe an apology to a lot of men. I really do, because for years I've been like, they break up with the girl or the girl cheats on them, and I'm like, why would you want to go back with them? What is fucking wrong with you? And I really consider them to be weak. And I myself found myself in a very weak position because that man right there in that video was in a very weak position. Had I not been fortunate enough to find or to have my friend to have posted that one meme that prompted my friend to be like, wait a minute, I think I saw his girl with this guy, and then send me the pictures of her being used as a sex prop for his Instagram fame, I might have taken this girl back. I probably would have. That's the whole thing, is if I didn't have those pictures, that concrete, like, and those pictures were the kind of Braveheart, when the Robert the Bruce, he takes off the helmet, that moment for me. But here's the thing about it is I continued to kind of be weak, and I was angry, I was motivated, I was doing everything I was doing, but that me was still lingering around. And he's a good man. He was a good man. Let me put it to you that way. He was a good man. I have a lot to thank him for, because for years he's busted his ass. He's gotten me in a great financial situation. This last year alone, I mean, he got the highest work evaluation I've ever gotten. And I'm also, you know, under review for a state bonus that is a $20,000 a year state bonus for 5 consecutive years. I currently receive a $12,000 state bonus, but if I get this higher level because of my work evaluations and production, I will get a guaranteed extra $20,000 a year for the next 5 years. So he got me $100,000. He got me a perfect 850 credit score. I mean, that guy, I've magically hit the perfect 850. He did a lot of good things. He was a hard worker. He was a good man, but he was also a very weak man in that he allowed this woman into our lives so that she could be in a position to hurt us like that. And I literally had to one day just be like, you know what, in my brain, the other me had to go around and just take him out back and shoot him in the back of the head and bury that, because he had to bury that man, because the relationship was buried. She made sure of that repeatedly. And that's the thing, is like, he's a good man and a stupid man go hand in hand, because it's in your nature to be good, but it's in your nature to be equally as gullible, because you want good for people and you think that if you're a good person, they want the same for you, and that's not usually how it works. So what ended up happening was she made conscious decisions to destroy the relationship. She made willing, conscious choices to, destroy the relationship. Being with another guy, taking pictures as a sex prop for his Instagram fame. Every single time she took a picture, that was another stab to death in that relationship. And she willingly did each and every one of these things. And that guy was still like, well, trying to excuse her. And I, again, apologize to men that I've talked down to before as calling them weak or something, because I never realized that I would be in a position like that. And I had to just completely get rid of that guy. So that guy, again, good man, but not the me I am right now. Not the me I'm ever going to be again. And sometimes you have to just, willingly accept, hey, I am inhabiting this form, but that person, those thoughts, those feelings, that thing, we got to put it down. We got to get it in the past. And I did so. And I've been very successful in my transformation. If I'm able to put up a thumbnail with the before and after, or if not, I'll just, put up a video. But, I've been very successful in my transformation. And once I was able to go ahead and do that, because I was doing 100% energy into my workouts, I was able to go ahead and start looking to the future, because he kept looking into the past. I mean, bless his heart, he's a good man. Like, the guy would see gray hairs on his ex, and I'd poke fun at her, but in his mind, he saw the Johnny Cash Hurt video, where there's video of them when they're young, and then there's the video of them when they're old. That was the romantic kind of idiocy that he was thinking in his mind, and he kept looking to the past. And I could not hold on to the past. You got to bury that. You got to get rid of it. You got to move forward. That's the only thing that I have to look to. I can't keep looking back to the past. I can't change the past, and I can't change the actions people took to destroy things in the past. So getting rid of him, I was able to go ahead and, start all over. See, and here's the thing is, I was talking with my friend, and I was telling him, he's all like, so what's your goal? And I'm like, I want to get this chick. And he's all like, who? And I showed him this IFBB Bikini Pro, right? And he's all like, does she follow you back? And I'm like, fuck no, she doesn't. Of course not. And he looks her up on his phone. He's like, dude, she follows 160 people. I'm like, yeah, I know, but that's where I'm going. So once I had buried me, like the future was wide open, because I posted a video, I'll put it up here right now, a video of me after the gym. And miraculously, a day later, she requested to follow me on my Instagram. She follows like 160 people, man. IFBB Bikini Pro, and she somehow, it relayed for her to follow me, and now she's following me. So, she started following. This was a few weeks ago. She started following me. So, like I said, once you bury the old you, it's easy. And again, I've looked back at that video for motivation, and I'm like, man, I was really thinking dating apps. What the hell? All I had to do was post that one video. And again, you don't post a video on your timeline. Post it on a story, because once you are fit, all right, and you post a video like that on your social media, girls won't really comment on your story. They might like it, all right, on if you post. I mean, they won't comment on your timeline. They might like it, all right? But if you post it on your story, because they know the comments aren't going to be seen, they will fucking just dump into your DMs. And I just got a dump load of DMs. And that was me, getting my self-confidence back. I realized I'd forgotten who the fuck I was. And I'm so glad I'm where I'm at right now. I'm so glad I'm headed towards where I'm headed. Like I said, I'm only like 5 weeks into this. And I've got a 12-week plan, so I've got 7 more weeks till I can optimize to where I want to be. Hopefully I'm there sooner, but I'm busting my ass. And I wanted to make a video series on, the steps I was taking. And the next video I'll make, my diet and everything I've done. But I wanted to just kind of put it out there that I'm making progress, hella progress. And I'm using all this energy, all that hurt, all that pain to go ahead and do that. And again, I was lucky enough that my friend had those pictures because I used those pictures, man. I put one of those pictures on top of the fridge. So anytime I felt like snacking, guess what? I saw that picture, didn't go there. Put one of the pictures in the pantry. If I felt like snacking, because I get bored, I want to snack, I would see it. I'm like, not going to do it. One right on the door before I leave the house because I'm going to go do my cardio. I see it. Man, I'm pumped again to do cardio. So maybe I had cheat codes. Not everyone has that. Or was fortunate enough to get like a death blow like that. And again, if I had not gotten the access to that my friend had found, different timeline me, because you guys know I'm a big sci-fi freak, different timeline me, the one who would have stayed on that fucking timeline, would have gotten back with her, because she's probably gotten dumped by this guy already. If it lasted more than a day or two after she got used as a sex prop for his, Instagram. And then, I would have taken her back and been none the wiser and been a fucking fool in my life. I would have been cuckolded. And I was fortunate that happened, because I would have never made this transformation again, probably. I wouldn't have the motivation to get this lean, to exercise as much as I'm doing, to be where I'm at, or to see the future possibilities that are in front of me now that I could upgrade, So that's a whole other thing is, again, future possibilities. I'm not again, that nice guy. Unfortunately, he's behind a barn or a shed somewhere and buried in the ground. So I'm not going to make those same mistakes again. Even though my friend, he teases me. He's like, dude, you're going to end up marrying this. Not going to happen. No. All right. I'm enjoying my journey right now. I'm enjoying all the extra armor I got. All right. All the side quests, the extra skins, if you will. And again, I had to get a tattoo, if you guys didn't know, I had her name on me. So I had to get the Whore of Babylon's name tattoo covered up. And I went ahead and got a cross. I figured it was fitting to cover the Whore of Babylon's name up. So, yeah, it's been a good journey. And I want to just go ahead and reassure you guys, everyone out there, that if you are able, because again, you have to, and I'm sorry to everyone that, in the past, I had said you're weak. I was weak. And if I did not have the extra evidence in front of me, I would have made excuses for her. Oh, I pushed her to that. Oh, what the fuck is wrong with us? Like, why do we think that way? But, so, good thing is, again, making progress. You guys have seen it. I'll continue to update you guys on my progress. The next video will be, what I did, all right, or what I'm doing to get to this. And it's not a comfortable journey, guys. Like, I am so fucking hungry all the fucking time because I'm literally starving myself. I'm eating a lot of protein, but I'm literally like starving myself. So, and that's the only way to really get shredded is if you starve your body. And then I'm killing myself doing cardio. Just got out of the sun. Right now it's 108 million degrees here. So, I'm still sweating from my cardio, and I just took a cold shower. I'm still out here. Glisten. Oh, you can't see it, but my abs glisten. My glistening abs. Anyway, I'm still sweating from that cardio, and it's a rough journey. But if you decide, hey, I fucking had it, and you have no idea how good it feels to look good. And I may sound conceited, but my Lord, the ability that it grants you, the doors it opens for you, the way your coworkers start just being different around you, the moment you receive a level of fit. Because I had muscles, yeah, I was muscular before this incident, but I wasn't ripped, and let me display a video before and after here so you guys can kind of see. the thing. I had the muscles, I was working out. But again, I had dieted for 12 weeks, and because I would snack, I really was never one to count my calories. I've never counted, I'm still not counting calories. But I've never been one to count calories. I would snack, I would get hungry. I dieted for 12 fucking weeks. I started dieting well before January 1st, and I lost a total of 1 fucking pound. And I was doing cardio, but I was doing the minimum cardio. I was making excuses. And I'm thankful that this fucking thing happened, because my God, I have probably, I've looked better once, but I had more time training. I'm going to look better than that, I hope. Hopefully, if I like I said, like 1 week in, I tore a hamstring. So I had to like manage, wrap that thing up and still work out and still find the way to do that cardio, get that cardio in. Sorry, I'm super thirsty because it was like 8 million degrees outside. But I just wanted to make a video, update this, update you guys on the state of mind, on what, I really had to do in order to move on. And I owe an apology to a lot of men that I call, that, I demeaned, because I became one of those fucking men. I literally became one of those men that was weak and made excuses for someone who did not appreciate him at all. And if you are one of those men still, you need to really just bite the bullet and get that nice part of you that sees the best in that person, and take him around the barn and bury him. All right. And move forward with the new you, the new confident you. And like I said, confidence booster is putting on muscle. Like I went to Walmart and I was wearing a basketball jersey, but the amount of people that would just like head nod to me, like, hey, what's up? Like, they don't even fucking know me, but they're head nodding because they're recognizing, hey man, this guy's super fit. All right. The amount of girls that I would accidentally like be running into that would, look up and say, smile. Completely different mindset and level of thinking. And I am so happy to be here right now, because fuck, I look back at that Thursday video, that video I posted that Thursday back when, it was either Wednesday or Thursday. That motherfucker was like at the bottom of the pits. And I'm here to reassure you, it only took me 38 days or so, less than that, because like things have been going good for a few weeks now. Like I said, the weight loss was really fast, and then these last 2 weeks, it's actually just been a lot slower, simply because my body fat's getting to a lower point, and then my metabolism's adjusting and saying, hey, you know what? I think you're starving. We got to lower the metabolism. So I'm going to have to find a way to kind of fix that. But I will make another video, my diet, my exercise program, the supplements I'm taking, things like that. That way, if anyone's jumping on this, you can do it. Because guys, like, there's nothing worse than being a fucking simp. And there's nothing worse than feeling at the bottom, like you're worthless, like you don't matter. And then being at this point this quickly feels really, really good. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't mean for it to be 18 minutes. Again, I ramble. I'm probably going to rewatch it and then decide whether or not I'm going to post this or not. I've been kind of hesitant on this video for a while, but it is what it is. You guys have a great day. I will see you guys in about a week.